Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 1. Our solar system is 25,000 light years away from the edge of the galaxy. So if everything besides the Milky Way disappeared in an instant, it would take us 25,000 years to know. If the sun explodes, we have 8 seconds to save the Earth. Humans somehow traveled from Africa to Australia 55,000 years before recorded civilization. Machu Picchu and the Sistine Chapel were being built at the same time. Stephen Hawking spent most of his life trying to figure out what black holes are and where they go, and we still have no idea. We just watch from afar as they move at high speeds, devouring stars and light, and just hope they don't come this way. Also, multiple studies have shown that a galaxy can't maintain its shape without a supermassive black hole at the center. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 2. This analog computer is 87 years older than Jesus. It had the ability to track time through the stars, and it could even do basic math. This is what it might have looked like in its heyday. But the crazy thing about it is that this technology was lost for almost 1,400 years. Considering we used analog computers all the way until the 50s, we might be progressed hundreds of years into the future if that technology was never lost. We eat fish for basically no reason. While it's true that you can get basic proteins and minerals out of fish, all of omega-3 comes from algae. And widespread fishing is polluting the oceans so bad they might be empty by 2050. If you know the basics of astronomy, you know that it's almost impossible that aliens don't exist. They're likely just so far away that we'll never find them. But they're just out there, existing right now. Probably thousands or millions of planets full of aliens doing things that we'll never see or understand. They're existing at the same time as we are. I wonder what they're up to. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 3. Our solar system is only 1/3 of the age of the rest of the universe. So there could very well be another species of aliens that's millions or even billions of years more advanced than we are. They could be gods by now. Considering the Earth is 4.5 billion years old and human civilization has only been the last 10,000 years, aliens might have visited a few times and just thought there wasn't intelligent life here. If the Earth was destroyed, satellites and radio waves would be the only sign that we ever existed. If the moon survived, they would probably find all the junk we left there. Although if that ever did happen, we would want the aliens to find Voyager 1 and 2, even though they've both left the solar system now. These golden records attached to both spacecraft would be their best hope of ever figuring out what we were. But the potential destruction of Earth is something I could literally think about forever, because we would lose so much more than what humanity might have been. Although it's true that life would carry on elsewhere in the cosmos, no two planets would ever be the same. The universe would never know all the beautiful creatures our Earth created. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 4. If the meteor that killed the dinosaurs had missed, there would most likely be a species of sentient reptiles in our place. This tiny little shrew is the oldest mammal known to mankind. They lived about 65 million years ago during the Triassic period, and they're the only mammal that we know of that existed among dinosaurs. It might not look like much, but these tiny rodents survived mass extinction and went on to evolve into every mammal we know today. That's right, you're looking at the millionth great-grandmother of you, your dog, your cat, the hamster you had when you were 8, the elephant you met at the zoo one time, every squirrel you've ever seen, even whales and dolphins. If not for the resilience of these tiny mammals, those humanoid reptiles might have had another shot at existing. But somehow they managed to bring even more than that to the world. For it's believed that the hormonal response of a mother with a child at the breast evolved into the very complex emotion that we now call love. Had that meteor never hit, or that small mammal gone extinct, this might be a world without love as we know it. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 5. Jupiter has been protecting the Earth for billions of years. The great gas giant has kept the asteroid belt in check for eons, and most comets and asteroids on their way to Earth get caught by Jupiter first. Jupiter has done so much for us that a lot of astronomers believe another Earth-like planet might struggle to maintain life without a friendly gas giant like ours to protect it. There have only been 7,500 generations of modern humans. But you only have to go back to about 1400 BC to find an ancestor of all living humans. But what's crazier than that is the isopoint of every human alive today is believed to have fallen within these dates. So if you live during the isopoint, you're either an ancestor of everyone living or no one at all. Even with the strongest telescopes, we can only see 46 billion light years in any direction. Who knows what the hell else is out there? The Big Bang Theory states that the universe was formed when mass amounts of energy and matter were confined to a single point. That's also how we believe black holes work. So every black hole could be a creation point or a portal to its own universe, ours included. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 6. In the time it takes for you to watch this video, 250 babies will take their first breath. 120 people will take their last breath. 180 sharks will be killed by humans. Nearly 10,000 trees will be cut down. 300,000 tons of ice will melt in Antarctica. 2,500 tons of garbage will be produced. Lightning will strike the earth 3,000 to 6,000 times. 60 million tons of matter will be ejected from the sun. 1,500 stars will go supernova. Meteorites will strike 10,000 planets. Our entire solar system will travel 1,800 kilometers. The farthest spacecraft from home will get 1,000 kilometers further. 20 million stars will be created. 15 will finally begin to cool down. Your brain will send 12 quadrillion signals. You will blink 15 to 20 times. You will create 120 million new blood cells. And then it will all happen again. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 7. DNA is legitimately insane. If you uncoiled the DNA in just one person's body and stacked it end to end, it would be long enough to travel to Pluto and back. All humans have DNA that is 99.9% identical. That leftover 0.1% accounts for all human diversity. In 2012, a Harvard researcher managed to cram 700 terabytes of data onto 1 gram of DNA. Keep in mind that was just the first attempt. It's believed that all digital information in the world could be fit into 2 grams of DNA. About 510 DNA codes have been lost throughout the process of human evolution. One of those codes we lost about 700,000 years ago gave men spiky penises. So that was probably for the best. Mammals are the only kind of animals that don't carry DNA in our red blood cells. We share about 98% of our DNA with chimpanzees. We share 85% with mice, 70% with slugs, 60% with fruit flies, and 41% with bananas. It's safe to say that black holes are the most terrifying thing in the universe. First of all, they're basically invisible. There are only 2 ways to track them. Our telescopes either see the accretion disk left over from when they eat a star for breakfast, or we can kind of vaguely guess where they are based on their godlike gravitational pull. But astrophysicists estimate that there's anywhere between 10 million to a billion black holes in just the Milky Way. But rest assured, the closest one that we know of is only 1,000 light years away. For now, it's basically impossible for a galaxy to maintain its shape without a supermassive black hole at the center, so we're almost certain that there's one there. But that black hole is so big and the accretion disk surrounding it is so bright that it's literally the only place in space that we can't look. Their gravitational pull is so extreme that a star thousands of times bigger than our sun can be squeezed into a diameter about the size of New York City. But where does all the energy and matter go? Who knows? Most of our theories about time travel and alternate universes surround black holes. Why? Because they throw physics in the trash. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 9. There's more dead satellites in orbit than there are working ones. Dozens of aerospace engineers work around the clock tracking over 30,000 pieces of space junk. By comparison, there's less than 3,000 working satellites. These objects travel at about 26,000 miles per hour. If even 2 of them collide, it could create a domino effect that could leave us trapped on Earth indefinitely. But the scariest thing is that satellites have already collided before, multiple times. We were just lucky enough to avoid that domino effect. Mercury's core makes up 70% of its mass and over 75% of its diameter. At its center is a massive iron sphere bigger than the moon. The sun has gotten 25% brighter since the Earth formed. This increase in brightness, along with gravitational pull from Jupiter, is most likely what made Venus uninhabitable. Saturn loves the number 6. It's the 6th planet from the sun, and until recently we thought it had 6 rings. But creepiest of all, its northern storm makes a perfect hexagon. Reasons why I can't sleep at night, part 10. If you're a fan of my videos, you know that I tend to talk about space and the wonders of the universe that we live in. But although the cosmos can engage your curiosity for the rest of your life, it's important to remember what's going on our little blue dot. What makes our planet so unique is this thing we call life, and it moves a lot faster than any one brain could comprehend. And even if it feels like you're in a good place right now, it's important to remember that there's always somebody who could use your help. This journey around the sun may feel like any other, but for many people it was their last trip. So in this video, I'm going to relay how a lot of those journeys came to an end. Not to invoke grief, but perspective. In the past 7 months, 160,000 mothers have made the ultimate sacrifice to bring a life into this world. Almost 4 million children didn't make it to the age of 5. 6 million people left this world with empty stomachs. 700,000 people got in their car and didn't make it home. Over 500,000 lost their battle with depression. Over 4 million lost their battle with cancer. Nearly 7 million died from preventable disease, close to 900,000 from HIV or AIDS. 1.3 million deaths have been caused by alcohol. Over 400,000 would still be alive if they had clean water. Although many countries like the US are wasting extra vaccines, more people have died from COVID this year than last year. Although those numbers are immense and the problems surrounding them are too insurmountable for some people to solve, it begins with empathy. If everyone took the time to consider those people even once or twice a day, much more would be done to help them. Just do the best you can today for a better tomorrow.